I almost got robbed for my camera in Canarsie, Brooklyn in 2021. Here's the story. So, boom. I ended up getting this booking through this artist manager. At the time, I don't know neither the manager or the artist. They heard about me through a promotion I was running, promoting my music videos. And, I had a good deal going. It's the middle of summer. People want to shoot videos. So, yeah, they booked me. I think I was charging like $250 a video. I ended up finding out the locations in Canarsie. At the time, I don't have a car, so that's a trip. I live in Harlem at the time. I'm not from Brooklyn, so I don't really know that area. I'm not gonna say it's my first time going there, but like I don't go there frequently. Not enough to like know anything around it. So yeah, I end up going. It's a nice day. Nothing crazy. I know I'm in the hood. I'm looking around. I'm like, okay. Call the manager, and then he calls a client. We end up exchanging numbers. He tells me, meet him over someplace. Come gets me. We go to his house. And we go to his actual house. All right, cool. I'm chilling for a while. And then we end up taking a cab to another area in Canarsie. It's like a good 10-minute cab ride. And it's like, at this point, I'm starting not to even see like trains anymore. I'm starting not to see buses. It's like you need a car to come to this specific part. We end up taking a cab to some warehouse. Not warehouse. It's like this lot. I don't really know what it is. We go in a lot and boom, bunch of Crips. Mad Crips. The most amount of Crips I've ever seen, honestly. Mad Crips. Cripping, doing their Crip thing. Cripped out. You could tell they're Crip. Like I had no doubt in my mind. So yeah, I end up walking in, greeting people. I've been in the hood for some shoots, so I'm not like feeling uncomfortable or anything. We end up shooting a few scenes. I noticed his friends ain't really want to get in his vid. I don't know if that like led up to the moment that I guess I'll tell you later in the story. So they just ain't want to get in. So, all right, whatever. It's so much I can do as a director. We take like a little break. He asked if I smoke. I'm like, yeah, but I don't do grabber, you know what I mean? So he gave me some weed, roll up on my own, just face. I roll up, I face, I'm a little high. I'm not like one of those people who smoke weed and start losing their mind and shit. I can maneuver while I'm high. So yeah, I'm just chilling, smoking. Then we get back to shooting. We go outside the lot. That's where things really change. We shoot a few scenes outside the lot, one on the street sign, this, that, and the third. Just shooting and shit. And I just felt a gut feeling. Something was about to go left. But I didn't think it was going to be from the client. But I just had a gut feeling like we shouldn't be here. So I'm trying to hurry up and get these shots. We get the shots, and he says he wants to like look over the footage. I let him hold the camera, look over the footage. He's looking at the footage. And that's where like my gut feeling came back again, but for a different reason. I'm starting to notice he's looking at this footage too long. Now, that may not sound like a sign, but just from me shooting videos and also being robbed before. I got robbed when I was younger. So also just being robbed before, I just saw the signs. I saw he was questioning on doing this. I could see his body posture changing. I'm peeping. Another red flag was he's holding the camera too long reviewing the footage. Now, in my experience in shooting other music videos, artists don't hold the camera too long. They just want to see if their hand movements are cool. You know what I'm saying? What maybe something they need to work on. He's holding this camera like he's watching the scene. And I'm like, Again, the gut feeling is just kicking in. First thought, take the camera, run, hope I get away. But like I said before, there's a bunch of Crips, mad Crips. And then unfortunately for me, it was like 2 or 3 of his mans, they came outside. But I don't think they were in on it. They don't even know what like he's thinking. I think this was a music video shoot, but since it wasn't going his way, he was like, if the shoot ain't come out good, fuck it. We just robbed the cameraman, you feel me? But I don't think he told his mans that was the plan yet. I don't know. First thought is, yo, take the camera, run, dip. And you got to understand the location we at, I'm going to be running for a long time. So like, don't get me wrong, I'm in this shape motherfucker. But like, I'm going to be running for a long ass time for real. Like a long ass time. So I'm like, this is where being intelligent like really makes a difference. I said, let me talk my way out of this. At the time, in 2021, I'm shooting a lot of behind the scenes work for Ron Suno. And if you was around in New York, 2021, the drill scene, Ron Suno at that time was at an all-time high. So, you know what I mean? Like that name really like held weight, especially at that time. So I'm like, yo, I start like before he even gets the idea that he wants to rob me, I can see it in his body motion, in his body movements, in I can see it in his posture, his body language. I can see it in his posture, his body language. I could see how he was holding the camera longer than he needed to be. I could see certain things, and again, the gut feeling is there. So I'm like, all right, before it escalates, because now his two mans is right there. I'm like, before it escalates, let me sell a dream. I'm like, yo, I'm shooting by. Like, I just bring up Ron Suno. I'm like, nah, yeah, I forgot what I said exactly, but I was like, it was something like in the motions of this. I was like, yeah, man, I can't wait to shoot Suno's music video. I had no music video lined up with Suno. But, yo, I was like, I can't wait to shoot Suno's video. This summer's going to be lit. I'm really making him seem like I'm about to be director of the year. You know what I'm saying? I'm really making it seem like I'm him. You know what I mean? Like, again, I got no subscribers on YouTube for real. Like, I'm for real a nobody at this time. So I'm just selling a dream to him. You know what I mean? And I just see his demeanor change a bit. And then, like, I end up getting the camera back. He ends up handing me the camera back. That's when I know, okay, it's time to dip. No more scenes after this. It's time to skedaddle. So I asked him and his people, I was like, yo, which way is the train? You feel what I'm saying? So I'm like, and they point that way. So I'm like, I bet. So I end up walking that way. But then, like, I look back right quick. Like, as I get like a few blocks away, I look back right quick, make sure they're not looking, and I bust a right in a random ass block, like a random ass like section of houses. I'm like, all right, bet. Random ass block, nowhere near where they pointed the train was at and shit. So I ended up calling the Uber, and that shit was like 70 cash to my crib, for real. I ain't even gonna lie. I was thinking, maybe getting jumped is just jumped and robbed. Maybe that might be cheaper. But nah, all jokes aside, like, I paid the Uber, I ended up getting in the Uber. And I can't really speak, like, I can't really say for sure this was the case, but I remember being in the Uber and I got leaned back a bit, right? Luckily, the Uber's back seat was tinted. So yeah, I leaned back a bit and I see this car and I see one of the people that was just with the client. I see one of the people and I'm like, maybe they reconsidered and spun looking for me type shit. I'm like, they don't even know, like, I'm right here in the Uber. All y'all gotta do is really look close, because it wasn't like 5% tints. It was like tints. You could still see a nigga, but it's tinted. But you know what I mean? Like, I was right there. So I'm like, but again, I can't say for sure that was the case, but definitely beforehand, he was definitely gonna rob me if I didn't sell him that dream. I mean, the irony is I did become a very popular director, but yeah, man, like, I was selling a dream. I was just saying shit. I was like, damn. I got out of a situation for real.